Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Lost in LA Bumblecast. Thanks for joining us. You can see the gang's here. Olive is just waiting for me to throw this thing. Ready? Yes, we do this all day long. In fact, I think I've lost 5 pounds playing fetch with Olive over the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, there's a positive side to this. We wanted to talk about Triplet here. Had to go to the vet yesterday. He's got some liver issues, apparently, and they're concerned because the medication they've been using so far really isn't kicking in. What's the latest?
He's been on this certain medication for 30 days, and his levels have stayed the same, basically. So what the plan is now is to finish off the rest of the bottle, which is another 30 days, redo his blood work, and see if anything's changed. If not, we've got a lot of options of what we can do next. But
I mean, he seems to be doing good. He doesn't look like he's in pain or anything.
right, I mean, it could be just, but an early indicator. So we want to make sure that if, God forbid, it is liver disease or something, we catch it early so we can treat it and, do what we need to do to, lessen the effects, if not get rid of it, if at all possible.
Right, right. So hopefully it's nothing too serious and something we can treat with medication.
Yeah, I know a lot of you have sent in suggestions for different remedies and medications, and I've written them all down, and I'm going to discuss them with my vet and look into them and make sure that he's getting the best possible care.
Yeah.
What we can do to make sure he's got a long and continually happy life.
Some other big news we haven't discussed yet. The old bald guy, my wife's dad, has moved out to California. He's a California resident now. And we have him in an apartment just maybe a few blocks from where we're located.
So yeah, 5 minutes away.
Keep an eye on him. And that was a big transition. It's been a busy time.
Yeah, he's moving into some senior apartments just down the street. And we figured it'd be better for all of us if he lived a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And because he's, in his 80s now, and he seems to like it there a lot. And it's easier for me to help him take care of himself. And yeah, so that's what we've done the last week and a half, basically, is
move him out, settled in a new apartment.
Settle him in.
He seems to be happy there. I mean, the people are, his age, obviously. And there's just enough supervision from there combined with us being close that we think he's going to be okay there.
Yeah, it's a very nice place, and he does like it a lot.
And close to shops, close to restaurants, all the things you got to consider when you get up to that age, stuff that they can walk to. Well, we also have another greeting from a family watching the Bumblecast. This family is the Diamond family out in Henderson, Nevada, and they wanted to let us know they're watching.
This is Kelly. We live in Henderson, Nevada, and we love the Bumblecast.
And again, that is the Diamond family in Henderson. Thanks for sending us that greeting. And if you want to send us a greeting, send it to the Bumble Snot page, message the dark-haired lady, and we'll try and get it on the next Bumblecast.
Yeah, we could, we'd really love to see you and or your pets, and we'll be sure to air them.
Also, we're talking about some of our Bumble Bunch friends. We have a lot of animals, wildlife that kind of roams through our yard, and we have cameras outside.
Our backyard and front yard buddies.
That capture pictures of these guys. But we also had a little bird's nest right by our front door, a finch bird nest. And, it's a funny story because I think it was last year we saw this finch just perched on the wall, kind of facing the wall, kind of like hiding her face in the wall. And I felt bad for her, so I had this little wooden box I had, and I just stuck it up there. And sure enough, she's now made a nest in there, and she had some babies. And so that was kind of fun to watch. And we think all the babies are gone. We're afraid to try and look too closely.
Yeah, earlier this week, I posted some pictures of Oswald, is what I named him.
Is it a he or a she?
Oh, I don't know, but he looked like an Oswald to me, a little finch baby that peeking out at me. And later I was peeked through the door because I can see the nest from our front door window. And I peeked through and I could see 3 babies in there. So there were at least 3 babies, possibly 4 in the nest at one point. But the other day when I peeked up there, I didn't see any. So I think they've all flown the coop, which is good. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they all made it, that they, flew away, and they're, big enough to be out on their own now.
So I'm going to keep the box up there. Maybe we'll get some birds flying back in next year for another nest. We'll see. It's kind of fun to watch. We also had a visit from our friend the raccoon. We get a big raccoon that just kind of strolls around our
Yeah,
yard at
Rocky
night.
Raccoon
Yeah, Rocky, she calls him.
came wandering across the driveway last night. Maybe him and his family will move in
Yeah, oh gosh,
somewhere
we're going to need
on
a
the
bigger
property.
We'll need a bigger box.
Yeah, we'll need a lot of boxes.
Yeah, we also get a bobcat once in a while. We have all sorts of creatures coming through, but the raccoon visited last night, and our finch family appears to have moved on. So that's the latest on them. We want to talk about this new drug, this new shot that they're giving pets, or that's available to pets. It's a flea shot, and it's a one shot, and it lasts an entire year. And that sounds great on the surface, but there are some concerns with it, and people are talking about it online. One of the concerns is if you give your animal this shot and they have a bad reaction, what can you do? You're kind of stuck, it sounds like. So we're wondering what people think of the idea of one shot a year. I mean, we don't really have a flea problem here in Santa Clarita because it's so dry, and we do get cold enough in the winter to kind of kill off the cycle. But when we lived in Oceanside, it was the worst. We had terrible flea problems, along the coast because it doesn't get that cold, and it was terrible out there. And what did we use back then? I can't remember.
We used a topical flea med that I would put on their butts and right on their upper backs.
It seemed to work
once
okay.
a month. They hated it though. I know Mark Anthony. I think it made him a little sick, and we won. And yeah, I wasn't too happy with it. But yeah, ever since we moved out here, I've never given them flea meds. They didn't need it, so they haven't been on flea meds for a long time, over 15, 20 years.
Yeah,
so.
Here we're fortunate. The climate's just different. It's a much drier climate, and we do get a taste of winter. Just cold enough, I think, to keep the flea population at bay.
Yeah, and out of all the critters I've seen around here and bugs, I have not seen, knock on wood, fleas. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. No fleas and no ticks, really. We don't really deal with that.
Yeah, same thing. No ticks here.
But coastal California is the worst for fleas. In fact, some parts of
Right.
San Diego are named after fleas. That's how bad the problem is down there.
Yeah, we don't even have, our yard in particular doesn't really have, we have grass in the front, but
Right.
it's, no fleas.
But we're wondering about a one-shot deal. Once a year, it sounds like a great thing, but there are potential downsides, and I'm curious how people feel about the idea. I mean, if your pet, apparently this drug in some cases can cause seizures.
Well,
So what do you do if your animal has seizures? It's a one shot for a year. You're stuck for a year with your animal suffering like that. That doesn't sound so good.
I think at some point, just like with any shot, I would think, like, look at the rabies shots. The rabies shots, they give one for a year, and some of them, and the ones I get, is one for every 3 years. It's a shot that lasts 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same concept. I think you just need to wait.
I would let somebody else try it first.
Right. Well, find out what's in the shot exactly, and I don't know if there's a way you can test to see if your dog would be allergic to anything in there. Because, like,
I wouldn't want to be one lining up to be the first.
Well,
to try it.
I can't give the dogs Bordetella. They get sick from that. I don't give.
Well, he has seizures. Cato has.
Right, but
seizures.
he doesn't take Bordetella. I don't give them Bordetella shots.
Yeah.
I don't give them. I can't remember what it is. I don't give Mark Anthony, but he only gets the 5-in-1 shot, not the 6-in-1 shot.
And all the animals are different, so it's kind of a crapshoot. So.
Right. So it just depends on your particular pet. What would work best for them.
Yeah. So we're curious what people think about the idea of a once-a-year flea shot for your pet, and whether you'd be interested in trying it out. Get out of there, you crazy dog. God. Wild woman, come up here. Okay, we also have a review for you, a new show on Apple TV called Murderbot. It sounds ominous, but it's actually like a dark comedy. It's kind of funny.
It's a dark science fiction comedy.
Yeah, dark science fiction comedy. Alexander Skarsgård plays the Murderbot, and basically it's the future, and they're on this planet, and he's like a security robot, but he's also a security robot that has kind of broken his control thing that keeps him from doing bad things.
He's a reconditioned robot.
Yeah. They got him on the cheap, basically. He's a certified refurbished robot, and not everything's working right. And there are some funny moments in the show. It actually started a little slow for me. I wasn't real keen on it, but it picked up, and now I think I'm a fan. We watched season 1 of Murderbot. Season 2 has been renewed, so it's coming out again. What'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it. It's cute, and it's only, I think each episode is only like 20 minutes long,
Yeah, they're
so it's
quick.
really not like a long haul for you to like invest your time in.
Yeah, one funny element to this is the Murderbot basically spends a lot of his time watching TV shows in his head.
Yeah,
like
mostly soap operas.
soap operas. And that's where he gets a lot of his ideas from. So, all these people are in these dangerous situations, and he's like referring back to soap opera episodes for information and advice. So it is kind of amusing, kind of fun. Murderbot on Apple TV, season 1 is in the can. Season 2 has been renewed. And yeah, we liked it. Again, it started a little slow, but it picked up enough, and we both like it a lot. So I think that is going to do it for this week's Lost in LA Bumblecast. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Remember, we're all about adoption and rescue. If you're thinking about a pet, check out your local rescue agency or your local shelter. And boy, give these dogs a try, dogs and cats, because so many of them need homes. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great day.
Bye-bye.